Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today, man, we're going to be taking a look at one of the genuinely most bizarre things I have ever watched unfold online, right? Now, this is something, it's been going completely viral over the last, 2 to 3 days now, and it's just insane to think that this is the reality that we live in, right? So there's been a lot of hoopla about AI art, how people are going to be using AI to take people's jobs, destroy artists' lives, and whatnot, right? It's been this big discourse over the last couple months. And I think this whole video right here is going to be a perfect example of what major issues a lot of people have with AI art and stuff like this. Because, I mean, what you're about to take a look at, they didn't even try to make this convincing. And that's what I really don't comprehend about this. There was just no way that this was going to fly over completely fine. Nobody was going to say anything, man. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But it's wild to have watched. You may have seen already about it, but there was this, I guess, Willy Wonka live experience that was taking place in Glasgow, and basically it was like some sort of event that was set up in like a warehouse or something. It's like a family-friendly, family fun kind of thing. One of those events that's like themed or based on something. They have like attractions, food. Like in this instance, they were supposed to have like different stations where they did different things, and there was going to be candy for the kids. There was going to be all these cool whimsical decorations, stuff for families to do together, just like an all-around family/kid experience that hopefully wasn't supposed to be not worth the money. But I mean, in this case, I don't even think not worth the money accurately describes what this is. I mean, this should just be considered criminal in all reality. So first, I want to just show you some of, I guess, the promotional material for this whole event, right? This was the, I guess, Willy's Chocolate Experience. That's what, I guess this whole thing was called. I mean, that doesn't sound awesome, I don't know, but indulge in a chocolate fantasy like never before. Capture the enchantment. And then you see the artwork behind it. And I mean, I don't know if you guys have a trained eye for AI artwork at this point, but I do. You can clearly tell that this is not some digital artist's render. This isn't something they paid someone to make. This isn't even something that's going to be remotely fulfillable at this event, right? This is just something that was typed up on the fly by some AI art generator. Some dude typed a fucking prompt into a website. It spat this and the other picture I'm about to show you out, and I mean, you can clearly tell this shit is just not going to happen / isn't real, but like this picture, I mean, clearly this shit was just never going to be replicable in the real world. I don't think Disney World could pull some shit like this off, bro. I mean, you have candy fountains spraying into popcorn buckets that are like 30 feet tall with lollipop trees, a waterfall that is flowing jelly beans down, which float over a sea of mist like Dragon Balls. I don't know, obviously this shit is just not attainable for anyone, especially for a fucking Willy Wonka chocolate factory experience in Glasgow, of all places, that cost apparently like $45 fucking dollars, you know? So honestly, a little pricey for an event. You would think that for $50, you would be able to actually experience something kind of cool, or get a decent bang for your buck, something, right? Something that wouldn't make you want to hate your life after you leave. Damn, I didn't just waste me and my child's time. But I mean, then take a look at this. This is more of the promo here. Apparently we can experience entertaining entertainment with some catting, some live performances, some Karchi tons, Exarcerdre lollipops, and a pasadise of sweet teats. Now, I'll be honest, I don't think a pasadise of sweet teats is very child or family appropriate, but I gotta love the fact that they're trying to promote this shit, man. They're trying to get people through the doors. And apparently, I don't know, a bunch of parents who have children that they wanted to spend some time with saw this shit, and they thought in their head somehow, gee, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty real. Let me spend my money on this and show up. And oh boy, did they. I mean, Jesus Christ, look at these pictures that I'm showing you on the screen. There's a bounce house in the back corner, a bunch of high school cafeteria benches. It's clearly like an abandoned warehouse or like a fucking shoe factory or something from back in the day. There's almost no decorations. The fucking floor is filthy, by the way. They didn't even apparently hire a custodian with this fucking whole thing. They couldn't AI generate a script to send a Roomba around the fucking room. And yeah, people look like they're thrilled when you're looking at their faces. They look like they're really happy to have spent some money on this, bro. They got like, I don't know, Spirit Halloween banisters or something like all over the place. They've got fucking tarp up essentially with different colors to like section areas off. I don't know what the fuck. This is supposed to be a candy wonderland and we have a fucking NASCAR checkerboard pattern on one of these. They literally just hung up some more AI generated art on like tarps on the wall, which, I mean, what exactly is that for? Like, what are we doing with that, guys? That's not entertainment. You're not bringing asses through the door and families in to fucking hang out at Willy's Chocolate Experience with AI generated tarps, bro. I'm sorry, but apparently it kind of worked because people showed up and I guess it was so bad and kids were so disappointed by the, I guess, apparent results that parents called the fucking cops on the people running this thing because they got scammed so bad. Children were crying, for Christ's sake.
What is that? It's the unknown.
Look, dude, I don't even understand what the goal of that was. What the fuck is going on? I thought this was Willy's Chocolate Experience and we got the goddamn Death Reaper coming out from behind mirrors and shit. Looks like a fucking Apex Legends skin. Like, why did they even think that that was appropriate at all? 6th grade Halloween costume looking ass. Like, dude. That kind of pissed me off. Like, I didn't even spend money on this shit, but like, I want these people criminally prosecuted. Whoever was in that mask especially, they gotta go. I don't care if they were hired, if they were part of the event, they gotta go. There was no reason. Got goddamn children crying. This poor woman looks like she is on her last leg, and I feel bad because she actually has gone viral and she resents the attention that she's gotten because of all of this, because a lot of people are just being mean to her. They're calling her fucking ugly, calling her a crackhead, all these different things. I really don't think it's her fault that she looks like she's in a fucking episode of Breaking Bad right now. Like, they set up it's apparently supposed to be some sort of science experiment, which I don't get. First off, we're not doing science experiments. This is Willy Wonka's fucking chocolate adventure. Where's the Hershey's? Where's the chocolate? Where's the fucking candy, bro? This looks like, I don't know, some sort of Halloween event. They don't even know what they're doing to that degree. This woman has a fucking smoke machine behind her blowing what appears to be microwave fumes behind her and in front of her, and she just looks tired because from what I understand from her explanation, you know, they didn't even stick to the script because the script was also AI generated. And so there was no cohesive plan for any of this. They just showed up, they got paid, and now she feels like this is kind of a disgrace to her career because of all of this and all of the negative attention that she's gotten. And once again, it's really not her fault because she just got hired to fill a role and she didn't know that this was going to be the way that it went, but it sucks. Because, like, I'm sure they knew, like, damn, this shit's a ripoff. Like, we're kind of just fucking these families over in all reality here. But, I mean, you're already getting paid for the job at that point, so. And once again, this is another one of these AI-generated artworks that was supposedly detailing this, right? And I guess, like, for this one especially, if I'm a parent, I can kind of see this being possible, right? Like, this looks like it's doable. Maybe not small budget at all, but I mean, if this is an event where they expected a lot of people to come through, I can kind of see them trying to work this out. So this one I see a little bit more, but I mean, when it actually turns out and looks like this, man, for $45, yeah, dude, I don't know. If I was a dad and I take my kids there and, you know, they got my fucking $45 and this is what's going on here, dude, oh, I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie, like, dude, apparently people were so pissed, like I said, they called the police. Children were crying, mayhem was fucking breaking out. This just complete shit show of an event goes down to the point where the police have to show up, apparently. And I'm not gonna lie, I would not be surprised if the people running this event, basically, I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up getting sued at this point in time, because not only are they kind of making this event that they're charging money for and trying to profit off of, they're doing it with like a pretty, I would say, recognizable trademark and like character and series and whatnot, right? They're doing it, they're probably not paying any sort of like licensing or royalties or whatever. And at the same time, they're kind of in a way tarnishing the legacy of that shit, because a lot of parents are not going to realize, like, if they're falling for fucking AI artwork, they're not going to be sitting there thinking, gee, I wonder if this is a third-party company that is doing this unlicensed against, like, you know, copyright infringement laws and shit. That's not going to be what's going through their mind. They're thinking, how can I get out of this fast enough so I can go home, get my kid tucked into bed, and I can sit at the edge of my bed and think about jumping out of the window head first. And that's the way that it is, you know, and I get it. I really do. I get it. Like, people want to try and rationalize this shit, but the only rationalization I can see here is too many people are just tech illiterate. They don't know what the fuck they're looking at. They easily fall for AI artwork, and like in this case, for me, I mean, obviously I'm online quite a bit because of my job and everything, so I can kind of tell a little bit easier, right? I've been probably a little bit more exposed to it, but I mean, for God's sake, guys, I mean, fuck. What can you really do at the end of the day? Like, this is going to become a much more prevalent issue where people are going to constantly have shit like this happening. Like, if people are already getting brazen enough to use other people's intellectual property and stuff to do shit like this, just wait until the AI gets much more believable, or, you know, until it starts hitting new markets where people aren't as exposed to this shit, right? So it's just wild to see that this is already kind of a thing. Like, I'm going to be honest, I probably wouldn't fall for this in this situation, but I mean, there's still people falling for like Nigerian prince email scams and shit, dude. People will fall for anything. People will believe anything. But I do have to congratulate the people who ran this whole shit show on one thing at least. They were so committed to making an AI shit slop event that they wrote all of the promotion with AI and made all the artwork with AI. They wrote the script for everybody to follow who was an employee. They wrote that with an AI and then apparently later abandoned it because it wasn't cohesive and didn't make any fucking sense. Many of the decorations were just, you know, AI artwork printed out onto tarps and whatnot. This was just a complete abomination. There's just no other way to put it. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody ended up fucking sued. Not even if it's just by the people who own the rights to Willy Wonka, but I mean, maybe even the families at this point, because I don't know how much money that the event made. I don't know how many people showed up, but I have to imagine, right? Glasgow's not a completely tiny place in the middle of nowhere, right? Like, it is a pretty decently sized place, so, and it's a pretty recognizable brand, so I wouldn't be surprised if hundreds of people showed up, if not even maybe thousands if it was promoted well enough. I don't really know. It's obviously not anywhere near me, so I don't really know how that all went down, but obviously after the whole thing and once everybody kind of saw it for what it was, dude, this shit went completely like fucking haywire online. And yeah, dude, it really goes to show you, like, AI is here to stay and it's gonna be fucking shit up for a while, man. And until people become tech literate enough to like kind of figure this shit out for themselves and they don't have to rely on everybody telling this shit to them for them, that would actually be a pretty good outcome. But until then, we're just gonna be dealing with stuff like this. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, talking about this live Willy Wonka experience shithole and signing out. And that's a wrap on this video, but a big shout out to my Optimus Nation supporters. You guys are the real MVPs here. Your support with just $10 a month unlocks a treasure trove of exclusive videos, constantly updated, archived live stream VODs, and early access to all new uploads. Thanks for watching and see you soon.